Hello, everyone. I'm back once again with movie reviews. In this video, I will be reviewing one of the science fiction and action films produced in 2014, titled Lucy. Before we dive into the storyline of the movie, I would like to wish everyone a good and happy day. Now, let's go straight into the story of the film. A woman, accidentally caught in a dark deal, turns the tables on her captors and transforms into a merciless warrior evolved beyond human logic. It was supposed to be a simple job. All Lucy had to do was deliver a mysterious briefcase to Mr. Jang. But immediately Lucy is caught up in a nightmarish deal where she is captured and turned into a drug mule for a new and powerful synthetic drug. When the bag she is carrying inside of her stomach leaks, Lucy's body undergoes unimaginable changes that begins to unlock her mind's full potential. With her newfound powers, Lucy turns into a merciless warrior intent on getting back at her captors. She receives invaluable help from Professor Norman, the leading authority on the human mind, and French police captain Pierre Del Rio. Lea Solo. The American Lucy is studying in Taiwan and is dating Richard that she met at a nightclub. When Richard has a briefcase to deliver to the mysterious Korean Mr. Jang, he tricks Lucy and cuffs her to the briefcase. Lucy has no other option but to meet Mr. Jang, who is a dangerous drug lord that kills Richard. Lucy discovers that the briefcase contains the synthetic drug CPH4 and she is forced to work to Mr. Jang as drug mule with 3 other men and transport the drug to Europe hidden in their abdomens. However, one of her captors kicks her in the abdomen and releases the CPH4 in her body. Soon Lucy enhances her brain capacity and develops her physical and mental capabilities. She uses her abilities to kill the criminals and flees. However, her power does not stop increasing and is destroying Lucy that needs to use more CPH4 to stabilize her body. She contacts Professor Norman, who is an authority in brain capacity, and the scientist becomes her hope to save her. But Mr. Jang wants to retrieve his drug and is hunting Lucy down. Claudio Carvalho, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Lucy is a smart, college student who finds herself in a horrific drug and human trafficking situation where her brain is permanently altered by an illegal new drug that gets accidentally ingested during her captivity. When she gets a kick to her abdomen, the drug starts to leak into her body, and she begins using more than 10% of her brain and finds that she has less than 24 to 48 hours to live. She finds the one neuroscientist and professor who can help capture her super brain phenomenon for the world, before the villains kill her in the process. Unlucky Lucy, a 24-year-old American student in Taipei, finds herself coerced into working as a drug mule for Taiwan's most dangerous man, the powerful Korean drug lord, Mr. Jang. Having no other choice, Lucy is unwillingly subjected to a quick operation, where a synthetic, highly experimental drug is implanted inside her lower abdomen to transport it in Europe. However, when the potent blue chemical leaks into her bloodstream, the lethal dose will initiate a mind-boggling development of her cerebral activity, unlocking extraordinary skills, and unfathomable ABI. Abilities that extend past the typical 10% of brain use. More and more, Lucy's superpowers grow stronger by the minute, but no one knows what will happen next. Will Lucy unlock the secrets of the fully operational human mind? Nick Reganens. Lucy, a young American woman living in Taipei, knows that she's in trouble when her casual boyfriend of a few weeks, Richard, a man she doesn't really know well, handcuffs a locked briefcase, contents unknown, to her wrist, forcing her to deliver it to a Mr. Jang in his swanky hotel suite. A scared Lucy quickly learns that Mr. Jang is a drug kingpin who is not averse to killing anyone in carrying out his work. That encounter with Mr. Jang leads to Lucy being forced to act as one of his drug mules, specifically of a powerful, synthetic drug called CPH4. Things start to change for Lucy when she inadvertently absorbs a high dose of CPH4 into her system, leading to several physiological changes to herself, most notably in that she begins to use more and more of her cerebral matter than the usual 10% of most humans. As Lucy becomes more and more aware of everything around her, a result of the drug, she embarks on two concurrent paths, one being to get back at Mr. Jang and his associates for what they've done to her, including the torture they've inflicted on her. But the other path may trump the first, that second path which includes retrieving the CPH-4 from the three other drug mules. It also involves Dr. Samuel Norman, arguably the foremost evolutionary theorist, and Paris Police Captain Pierre Del Rio, the later her touchstone to humanity, that need for a touchstone which becomes more and more important as she approaches her end goal. Lucy, Scarlett Johansson, is a 25-year-old American woman living and studying in Taipei, Taiwan. She is tricked into working as a drug mule by her new boyfriend, whose employer, Mr. Jang, is a Korean mob boss and drug lord. Lucy delivers a briefcase to Mr. Jang, Choi Min-sik, containing a highly valuable synthetic drug called CPH-4. After seeing her boyfriend shot and killed, she is captured, and a bag of the drug is forcibly sewn into her abdomen and that of three other drug mules who will also transport the drug for sales in Europe. While Lucy is in captivity, one of her captors kicks her in the abdomen, breaking the bag, releasing a large quantity of the drug into her system. As a result, she begins acquiring increasingly enhanced physical and mental capabilities, such as telepathy, telekinesis, mental time travel, and can choose not to feel pain or other discomforts, in addition to other abilities. She kills off her captors and escapes. She is shot in the process but is able to ignore her pain and simply dig the bullet out of her body. Lucy travels to the nearby Tri-Service General Hospital to get the bag of drugs removed from her abdomen. By this time, she has the ability to hear nearby conversations and knows all languages. The bag is successfully removed, and Lucy is told by the operating doctor of the volatile nature of the drug, based on a substance given to fetuses during prenatal development, and its destructive side effects. Sensing her growing physical and mental abilities, Lucy returns to Mr. Jang's hotel, kills his bodyguards, assaults Mr. Jang, and telepathically extracts the locations of all three drug mules from his brain. In the professor's lab, Lucy discusses the nature of time and life and how people's humanity distorts their perceptions. At her urging, she is intravenously injected with the contents of all three remaining bags of CPH-4. Her body begins to metamorphose into a black substance, spreading over computers and other objects in the lab, as she transforms these into an unconventionally shaped, next-generation supercomputer that will contain all of her enhanced knowledge of the universe. She then begins a space-time journey into the past, eventually reaching the oldest discovered ancestor of mankind, implied to be Lucy, and touches fingertips with her. Meanwhile, back in the lab, after an M136-4 anti-tank weapon destroys the door, Mr. Jang enters and points a gun at Lucy's head from behind, intending to kill her. He shoots, but in an instant before the bullet strikes, Lucy reaches 100% of her cerebral capacity and disappears within the space-time continuum, where she explains that everything is connected, and existence is only proven through time. Only her clothes and the oddly shaped black supercomputer are left behind. Del Rio then enters and fatally shoots Mr. Jang. Professor Norman takes a black, monolithic flash drive offered by the advanced supercomputer created by Lucy's body before the machine disintegrates to dust. Del Rio asks Professor Norman where Lucy is, immediately after which, Del Rio's cell phone sounds and he sees a text message, "I am everywhere." With an overhead shot, Lucy's voice is heard stating, "Life was given to us 1 billion years ago. Now you know what to do with it." In the professor's lab, Lucy discusses the nature of time and life and how people's humanity distorts their perceptions. At her urging, she is intravenously injected with the contents of all three remaining bags of CPH-4. Her body begins to metamorphose into a black substance, spreading over computers and other objects in the lab, as she transforms these into an unconventionally shaped, next-generation supercomputer that will contain all of her enhanced knowledge of the universe. She then begins a space-time journey into the past, eventually reaching the oldest discovered ancestor of mankind, implied to be Lucy, and touches fingertips with her. Meanwhile, back in the lab, after an M136-4 anti-tank weapon destroys the door, Mr. Jang enters and points a gun at Lucy's head from behind, intending to kill her. He shoots, but in an instant before the bullet strikes, Lucy reaches 100% of her cerebral capacity and disappears within the space-time continuum, where she explains that everything is connected, and existence is only proven through time. Only her clothes and the oddly shaped black supercomputer are left behind. Del Rio then enters and fatally shoots Mr. Jang. Professor Norman takes a black,